All right, hi everybody. I've got a little lying down yoga asana practice for you today with a focus on moving the lower leg, your ankle, your foot, the different joints in your foot in order to build some awareness, some strength, some mobility, some coordination in the lower leg and foot in order to prepare for better balance, better walking, better stair climbing, all those kinds of things that we do when we're upright in gravity. So, for this practice, it will be really helpful for you to have a strap. If you don't have an official yoga strap, no problem at all. A bathrobe tie or a dog leash works really well, or anything else that is shaped something like this. We're going to go ahead and lie down. And those straps have a tendency to wander off. So have that at hand where you'll be able to reach it once you're lying down. Get yourself settled onto the floor. And we'll start with knees bent and feet planted on the floor for now. Sometimes we have a tendency and have been taught perhaps to move the feet really close to the sitting bones. For today, let's have a little bit of space between the feet and the sitting bones to where you still feel stable and supported by your feet, and you have a sense of spaciousness and ease around your hips, your low back, your knees, all the joints of the leg. We'll start by just taking a few breaths here, feeling your body on the floor and seeing where you're able to maybe settle. Allow the ground to support you. Allow gravity to do its work. And tune in to any sensations that are going on in your body right now. What are you feeling? Along with that, are there some things you need to change in order to be more comfortable here? Maybe you want to have a pillow under your head. Maybe you want to change the position of your feet. We're going to start by just feeling into the soles of the feet on the ground. Let the soles of the feet be really connected to the floor. And then just see if you can lift your big toes up. As we lift your big toes, we want to keep the other toes down. We want to keep the ball of the big toe down. And so that may or may not happen. So you just see how that feels. Let the big toe come down to the earth. See how it feels to keep the big toe down and lift the other four toes. And then bring the four toes down, lift the big toes. And bring the big toes down, lift the other four toes. Now you could always do one foot at a time if you find this really challenging. You can also do this in seated and hold down the toes that need to stay down if you're finding it really challenging to keep those toes down. Remembering, of course, that we don't need to be perfect. We're building possibly some new patterns here. Working on waking up the feet. Making a connection between your brain and your body. And then just seeing what unfolds, right, from that work. So we'll go ahead and do one more repetition here with the toes, lifting the big toes, and then bringing the big toes down, lifting the four toes. Letting all the toes come down, maybe spreading the toes a little bit wider than you normally would. And then really feeling the soles of the feet on the floor. We're going to keep the right heel down, lift the right foot up towards the shin. Now, sometimes it wants to turn out, or your leg wants to fall out, or all kinds of all kinds of things could happen here, right? So we're seeing if we can just start with the foot on the floor, keep everything the same, lift the top of the foot towards the shin. Notice how much the toes want to help. So the toes maybe could stay relaxed here. Drawing the top of the foot up towards your shin. And then slowly bringing it back down. Right foot stays connected, toes spread. from the left foot now, seeing if the toes can stay relaxed. You're going to keep the left heel down, lift the top of the left foot up towards the left shin. Notice what else wants to happen. I'm like, where is this coming from? Are you doing this from the hip? Are you doing this from the jaw? Right? Weird things can happen in the body. Are you able to just lift the foot up towards the shin? Are the toes able to stay relaxed? So I have less relaxed toes on this foot, I believe. And then slowly lower back down. And again, we're going to bring the right foot up towards the shin, keeping the toes as relaxed as you can. Hold. Notice what happens as you hold this position. And then letting the foot come down. Again, doing the left side. Seeing if you could keep the toes relaxed. It's not about achieving anything, by the way, right? So if your toes are working, that's okay. See if you can connect into the movement that's happening and then work to quiet the toes. And there's maybe a little give and take between the lift of the foot and the relaxation of the toes. We're just building these connections and the awareness around the patterns that are happening at the foot and ankle, right? So we'll do one more time each side, lifting the right leg, holding, noticing what that feels like, what the sensations are, right? Keeping all the movements comfortable and easy here. No rush. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to let that foot slowly with control come back down to the floor. Left leg comes in or left foot comes in towards the shin. Heel stays down. Seeing what's possible here. Maybe the experience of the movement has changed over time. So you just notice, right? Whatever is. And then let that foot come down and rest, taking a moment to breathe. We're going to keep the left foot rooted to the floor. Bring the right leg in towards you. Bring your hands up if it's comfortable. You're going to support around the back of the thigh, underneath the knee joint, right? So between the thigh and the calf. If this doesn't work for you with your hands, you just take a strap around the back of your thigh, and you can use a strap around here to hold. To the extent that it's comfortable, you're going to hold the thigh in, might be towards your body, might be a little out to the side. You might move some flesh out of the way so that you can feel your leg in. You might use that strap. We're going to draw the foot again up towards the shin. So we're engaging through the ankle, top of the foot towards the shin. We're going to hold that. We're going to start to turn the toes towards the right. And you might see some movement here through the bones of the lower leg, the bottom of the knee joint. As you take the toes out to the side, we're looking to keep the thigh bone still, so thigh bone stays hugged in. You're going to come back to where you were, maybe even turning the right toes a bit towards the left. Back through center, over to the right. We're looking for lower leg movement here. Not a lot happening in the upper leg. Holding that work at the ankle. We're just going from side to side, nice and easy, noticing what you feel. Exploring rotation in the lower leg. It's helpful to bring your hand up on top to kind of feel what's happening. You can do that. Best if possible, we're keeping the hip quiet, the upper leg quiet here as we're moving the lower leg. And when you feel complete with these, we'll just bring the right leg down, let the right foot come to the floor, relax, notice what your body wants to do as you integrate and adjust to those movements that we did on that side. Nice, easy breath. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the other side in. So we're bringing this left leg in towards the chest, right foot stays rooted. If it's comfortable, you're going to support with your hands or your strap around the back of this left leg. Drawing it in towards you or out to the side, maybe moving your body out of the way so you have a nice comfortable position here for this left leg. And remember, we're just working to hold the upper leg in place to get some awareness of how the upper leg might be involved in the movement. Now we're going to bring the top of your left foot towards the shin, just as we were doing on the floor. Holding that, we're going to start to take the toes over towards the left, heel comes to the right. Maybe some movement happens through the lower leg bones here, these bony lumps towards the bottom of the knee. And then you're going to come back to center, maybe over to the other side, noticing how this movement might be happening here on the knee joint. Back through center over to the other side. So you're holding this work at the ankle, bringing the top of the foot towards the shin. Noticing any sensations as you move. Keep these movements comfortable and easy. That being said, there's work potentially happening here, right? And you're just going to notice what you feel as you do this. Where are the sensations? Where are you maybe pushing or straining? Can you find a range where you can just let this movement happen? For some of us, these movements can be quite challenging in the lower leg. And stay tuned in to what's going on, up in your hip, other areas of your body. Are they getting involved in this movement of your left leg, lower leg? Because that's curious, right? See if you can just move the lower leg from the lower leg. And then when you feel complete with this side, we're going to release that left foot down. Take a moment, both feet settling, toes maybe a little bit spread, relaxing, nice, easy breath flowing in and out, and just see what happens now, what transpires, what shifts. How does that all land in your system, right? I just said not to lose your strap in there. I lost my strap. So when you're ready, you're going to find that strap. We're going to bring the right leg in towards you again. I'm going to put the strap over the ball of your right foot. And the ball of your foot is often angled, right? So see if you can angle the strap on the foot so that it goes under the big toe mound and the pinky toe mound of the foot. And you're just going to hold that strap in your hands as comfortably as you can, taking your leg up to the ceiling. Now, some of us are going to get stretched through the hamstrings, the calves, or both. That's secondary perhaps to our aim here. So no problem to feel stretch, but you're going to back off to let that stretch be light. Okay, we're looking for light sensation through the muscles in the back of the legs for now. From here, we're going to see if we can push the big toe mound up into the strap, letting the pinky toe mound of the foot come more towards us. And then we're going to go the other way, pressing the pinky toe mound up into the strap, letting the big toe come towards us. Finding a little rotation here through your foot. Nice and easy, and a range that feels comfortable. And then just see, what do your toes want to do? Do your toes want to drive? Okay. What's happening in your hip? Does your hip want to drive? You'd move the foot, like just in the foot. What's going on in the ankle? And it's not bad, by the way, to have lots of parts of the body moving together. In fact, we want that when we're walking around in the world. Right? So isolation can be helpful to help us refine and improve certain pieces of the movement by focusing in on them. So we're just focusing in on the forefoot here. And noticing what else plays along when we move the forefoot, and none of it's wrong, right? This is an awareness exercise in part, and a brain-body connection exercise in part, right? When you feel complete with this, we're going to release the right leg down to the floor. Again, letting that leg settle, noticing any shifts, differences from side to side. And then we're going to take the left leg up, strap coming over the ball of the foot. Again, angle that strap if you can so it comes under the big toe and the pinky toe mound of the foot, because we're looking for awareness over those bony points of the foot, right? As the left leg comes up, you're going to start with just an awareness of sensation. This is not your right leg. It's going to feel different potentially. So it's fine to feel stretching in the leg, but it isn't the main work that we're doing here. So back off by bending the knee, by softening off of the foot in whatever way is helpful, to let that sensation be at a level that is a little bit lighter, a little more background. Okay? This is not like the biggest stretch I can feel in my hamstrings. That's not where we're going right now. And then we're just going to see, what does it feel like if I press the big toe mound of the foot up into the strap? What does it feel like if I press the pinky toe mound of the foot up into the strap? Can I alternate side to side through the foot? And what else happens as I do that? And you may very well notice, okay, this foot is different from the other foot. Okay. Choosing to hold the strap a little more lightly on this side for myself, to see if I can let my foot just find the movement. There's a lot of extra stuff going on this side, through my toes, through my lower leg, up into my hip. So the strap really provides me with a little bit more awareness. It gives me something to feel, something to push into, as I work on just refining this movement in my left foot. No need to achieve anything, right? We're just exploring, we're mapping the body in new ways, we're mapping movement in new ways, and just seeing where that takes us. And when you feel complete with this movement on the left side, you'll take the strap off the foot, bring the foot back to the floor, and take some breaths here to just relax and observe. If you have a few minutes, I recommend taking a few minutes here to just rest. You could extend your legs if you want to. Taking some time for your body to adjust, to respond to what's going on here. And then I'll also suggest that you may want to, when you get up, take a little bit of time to just stand and maybe go for a little walk around your room and just see how things feel in your feet and your lower legs after you did this practice. I'd love it if you came into the comments and let me know what you noticed, or ask any questions that came up as you did this practice. Have fun exploring it. Take really good care. I hope you found it all really helpful.